Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. You can hear the caroling song with all Santa's little helpers. Can't wait for him to be along. That's Christmas to me. That's Christmas to me. That's Christmas to me. That's Christmas to me. Taking out the leaves of a crooked Christmas tree. That's Christmas to me. That's Christmas to me. That's Christmas to me. For you, just to spend some good old time with my family.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the meticulously planned Christmas special, which means I have not planned a single thing, and nor has Kate. So we're here. We're here with some wonderful people, and we're just going to talk utter shit for the next hour.
No change
with
there.
all you guys. We're not changing. We don't change, mate. We don't change. 2 at the back, 10 in attack. But I'm joined with the wonderful Daigle and Miss Auntie Kate and Uncle Jimbo. Hey, what's happening?
Nothing much, mate. Nothing much. We had a wonderful Saturday with Ilana. I went and saw Moana 2. Finally, embarrassed Ilana by screaming, "If you smell what the Rock is cooking," when he came on.
You got
Also, I'm not ashamed to admit, but I cried all the way through it because, not giving a spoiler away, but Moana has a baby sister, and it just reminds you, it's a spit of Sophie, my niece. And every time she came on and did something cute, I uncontrollably was crying my eyes out, missing Sophie and the kids. And then Ilana cooked me my favourite rack of lamb, which was, oh my God, Ilana cooking my, oh my God, it was amazing. And then Sunday, Spurs had to play and fuck everything up like always.
I'm bringing back the toxic alert for this stream.
Yeah, no,
bringing it back.
Listen, the good thing was my Saturday far outweighed my Sunday because I was with my beautiful wife.
Bring back the toxic alert, guys. Should
No,
I bring it back?
Christmas. Don't bring it back, mate. That's the only thing I'm going to say. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that lot. I had a wonderful Saturday. Weekends are only one day long now, Saturday, and Saturday was great.
Yeah. Auntie Kate, it's Christmas. It's the time of year when you come into your own.
It's my favourite time of year. I literally can't believe it's Christmas Eve. But
Yes.
Merry Christmas Eve to everyone watching. But yeah, I'm literally so excited now. I cannot wait. Home Alone is going on tomorrow. Home Alone 2 will definitely be on Christmas Day. And yeah, I'm excited. Die Hard, well, normally towards the end of Christmas because it's a little bit violent. I like love and purity at Christmas.
Thanks, Thanks.
Yeah, maybe Love Actually.
Sorry.
A bit of Love
Okay,
Actually.
I need to ask you. So I had this conversation with people. Which one's best, Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2?
I prefer 2 because I love the fact they're in New York.
That is the right answer.
Are we going to have a domestic? Because Jim's going to be like, no.
That's
Back
the right
fucking
answer.
Back Home Alone, why we fucking love you.
Home Alone 2 is where it's at.
Home Alone 1.
Home Alone 2 is where it's at.
I don't know what Jimbo's favourite one is. Oh my God, my cats have literally just destroyed the house, I think. We just heard this massive bang.
Jim's muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. I just heard a massive bang. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
It's either William or the cat.
No, it's the cat.
No, I like them both equally. I can't. I just love them both. I think they're both great. Die Hard, I love. But it's talking about Moana. I love the first one, and I'm seeing the second one next week with my niece.
Oh, mate, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I will say, and I don't know how many people have seen it and did this wrong. I'll give you a warning now, Jim. When the credits start rolling, don't leave. Is all I was saying. Don't leave.
Right.
Okay.
I'm
I
going to
thought
have
you
to
were
see
gonna
this movie.
I was going to say don't cry because there's no chance. I
no.
will cry.
I,
100%.
like I said, I cried. I cried my eyes out.
I'll probably cry when the credits come on.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I really, really enjoyed it.
Let's see who's in the audience this afternoon to take us through the show, because we're just going to have a nice chill chat. I think this community needs a nice chat after some of the stuff that's been happening. We won't mention it. We've got Potato Stew, YouTube member. I don't know of which channel he's a YouTube member, but he's a YouTube member. Ian Ferguson, good to see you, Sunshine. Good to see you. Morning all. Good to see you, YouTube member. It's Bobby K.
Big up, Bobby. And
He
everyone.
needs to, yes, it was Junedian time because I expected you were going to turn up and you didn't. So here's Junedian times 2. KDL. Big up the KDL. Kuva. What? I'm going to reach into my screen and rip up my subscription. I'm doing it. I'm actually going to see it. The stream is tardy. There, I said it. YouTube member Cooves. We got Shamtang, YouTube member. Good to see the fantastic form. Mr. Ben Giovanni, Mr. Daigle, Princess Kate, and Sir Jimbo. Hope all is well. Professor Sir Jimbo. Stu Boy's in the house. Good to see he's a YouTube member on my show, but he's in Auntie Kate's show. Why are Kate and Jim in the wrong places? What the fuck is going on here? It's Christmas. We sit in different places. Have you not heard? Afternoon, gents, ladies chat, watching whilst doing the washing up for a nice distraction. Ooh, washing up. Get it done. Get it done. Who else have we got? Who else have we? I like Home Alone when he's arriving at the airport and Argyle drives the cars for the party. Yes. Yeah.
Great part of the film. Hidden feature.
Got the number one Hagenbar in the world. Good to see her. The lovely Jessie's in the house. Good to see her. Andrew Gregory, YouTube member. Good to see her. Never leads to the credits if you're a Marvel fan. Ooh. But yes, what does everyone want to talk about? What do you want to talk about, guys? It's Christmas.
It is. And Joe, I will say, we got asked at work and the trainer said to us, what are you most looking forward to this Christmas? And everyone said their things. And when it came to me, I said, I'm actually looking forward to working. They're like, what? And I was like, listen, it's been so long. I've got Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day off. And I'm like, I've had 4 years of doing nothing for like big chunks of the year. So just to be able to get up and go to work and do something with my day and have some self-worth, I was like, I'll get to watch all the football. We're at home. So I have the screen on. I was like, I'm just delighted to be at work this year.
Is it going well, the job, Brian?
Oh, it's going brilliantly, mate. Still in training. Mate, I had to take this exam I had to take it on Friday. To be a person that's selling travel packages, you have to have like a license, like if you're selling insurance.
Yeah.
My God, this exam I had to take Friday, it was like I was training for the FBI. Yeah. I had to get a camera on my phone, that I had to get a link that I had to put at the end of my desk that showed my desk was empty. No notes, no nothing, no phone by my screen, no second screen. And if someone walked past the room I'm in, it picked up and said, we can hear background noise, test paused. I was like, it's someone walking past. You could see the entire, it was like the FBI, but besides the test and the regulations, which you kind of got to understand, the job is great. I've been at jobs since Booking.com finished, where the people haven't been right or the company hasn't been right. And, you know, at Booking.com, everything was perfect. And then you're always thinking that's the standard of job. Every job is going to kind of be like this. And when it isn't, you're like, huh? But this company, I'm over the moon, Jim. I have found.
That's the way. I mean, they should take it as a compliment that you want to work with them. They should take it as a compliment. We've got a few more people. We've got Amelia. Amelia's in the house. Your little niece Amelia is in here.
Moana.
and she's probably, I don't know, denying something. I don't know, something or other.
Denying the existence of Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, is she?
She didn't actually know. She didn't actually know that Christmas is actually the day that Jesus was born. She thought Christmas was the day that Jesus was crucified.
Oh, for God's sake,
That's
Amelia!
why we all give presents. All give presents to mark that death.
Yes. Oh, typical. We got hi, Leo.
Yeah.
Good to see her. Good to see her. I'm going to ask a question because this is a question. What is everyone's favourite thing to have a drink? Because I'm going to treat myself. It is Christmas. It's the last day I'm working for this year. So I thought firstly, I need to say thank you to Mr. Soren for sending me these lovely bottles of whiskey ages ago.
Nice.
So thank you,
He's
Soren.
a good man, Soren. I really like Soren.
So I'm pouring myself a drop of whiskey. What is everyone's favourite thing to have at Christmas? Okay, we'll start with you.
Well, mate, it's 9:18 in the morning here, and if I was still drinking, I'll be joining you with that.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard to say what my favourite. I'll tell you what I did used to love recently. When I was back home for Christmas, J2O brought out a drink every Christmas called Glitterberry.
Yes.
Which was cherry with cranberry and they're like this gold glitter. That was a banging festive drink. That was a banging festive drink. What can I say? It's going for Chinese. It's going for Chinese on Christmas Day. It's all I can say.
I really want to do a Jewish Christmas in Canada. I want to do it at some point.
Oh, mate, you're more than welcome.
I've got to do it at some point.
You're more than welcome.
I have done Crimbo in the Middle East a long time ago. Tel Aviv Beach on Christmas Day, 35-degree heat, was absolutely astounding. That was unbelievable, and I'd love to do that again. Jimbo, what's your favourite thing to kick back with Christmas? You've got your Jimbo dressing gown on because you are a man that's got a great taste in dressing gowns. And you probably have a great taste in slippers as well. What's your favourite thing to kick back on?
I like my slippers as it goes. What, food or drink?
Anything.
Turkey sandwiches. Day after turkey sandwiches. Will I have a drink this year? If I do,
Yes.
I might have one bud. I never have more than one.
But you love your ciders as well, Jimbo. This is why you'll
one. No, let's get this straight, right? I like having some of Phil's cider.
Can I just say, well, Jim, did you say you love slippers?
Yeah, I love slippers.
You need to. I've just ordered a couple. I don't know if you've seen them on social media, but there's a company called Pluffy. Pluffi. I'll send you the link. These slippers, they're not cheap. I think they're about. Let's work out. I think you can get two for about. I think you can get two for about £35, but they are the ones. They are. Wait a minute, I'm going to get it and send it to you now.
Woo! Woo! Speaking of
Phil. I love Phil cider.
Yeah, I loved doing the KDL Christmas party with Phil. That was the highlight of this week. Was the KDL Christmas party? It was so brilliant, so brilliantly funny. Oh my God! I'm not taking this from Amelia. I'm not taking your slipper slander, Jimbo. I'm not taking it.
She says I shuffle when I've got my slippers on.
Yeah, you shuffle.
Uncle Jim, you shuffle.
Every day you're shuffling. You're like LMFAO.
That's what everyone sings to him in the house because all you can do is when Jim's around.
Oh, I just got it, Brian.
Ooh, M&S turkey.
Mate, check them out. They're bagging.
Ooh, KDL Christmas do. We're going to have to invite a few more people to that next year because that was just great. What is everyone in the chat's favourite thing to eat?
I didn't even answer my question.
Kate.
I didn't even.
Kate,
thank you.
Go. This is what I do. I wait for you, the big time person, to end on a bang. And whilst you're answering, because you're probably going to give it a 10-year answer talking about how Mickey Hazard told you to drink this and you really, really liked it. So whilst we're winding up the answer, we'll get a few more answers. So, Kate, what is your favourite thing?
I don't normally drink. I'm not a drinker, but when I'm sort of reconnected with my sister, they've got a bar in their house and they introduced me to AU vodka, which I've never drunk vodka in my life. And it's all different flavours, and there's pink lemonade and there's blue raspberry. William loves it as well. But they brought out this one called Cosmic Berries, And like that J2O, it sparkles when you pour it. It's got twinkly bits. Oh,
Ooh.
so I shall be indulging in some of that and some sherry. I do love my sweet sherry, as we know, after last year's debacle. And food-wise, anything.
Yeah.
Anything chocolatey or sweet, and I'm there. I don't care what it is. So,
AU vodka, that is expensive. But you're talking about
Well,
Bailey's. Bailey's
You know
ain't
what?
cheap either.
Do you know what, Ben? My brother-in-law, he must have every flavour on the planet. He's got a lovely
He has.
bar. And he's got like a games room with a pool room, darts, a disco area, and he's got a bar, fantastic bar. And he's got these bottles because they come in really funky bottles.
yeah, gold
Right.
bottles.
Yeah, and he's got them all around the bar. It looks fantastic.
You got Daigle putting it in the chat. He's doing it. Woohoo! Vodka.
I have to say, I've just seen someone's in the chat, so now I'm fully aware that I have to be very, 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 very smart on everything that I say. Are those the Pluffies?
No, but they're similar, aren't they?
Yeah, they're similar, but mate, Pluffies are where it at. But now he's in the chat. I'm going to be very careful with every single word I say. I might actually have to get my lawyer to join just to make sure that I don't say anything.
Who is your lawyer at the moment?
Where is my lawyer at the moment? New York.
Oh, okay.
I just messaged Paddy.
Miami.
I just messaged Paddy on X. I'm probably going to get something like bollocks back.
Yeah. He's going to say, why are you hanging out with that booby K in that drain bagel?
Actually, I'll tell you, Paddy's just mentioned as well, one of the things I do, I did love a Guinness. And I have to say, the Guinness alcohol-free is absolutely incredible. Like, compared to, like, you have the alcohol-free beer game, which has got much better. Guinness have nailed it on the first attempt. It's incredible.
I love Christmas pud with double cream followed by Bailey. Ooh. Christmas pudding isn't my favourite.
I like Christmas pud.
I don't like raisins. I will play with a bit of bread and butter pudding because I do love a bit of bread and butter pudding. Christmas pudding's not my thing. I'm more of a fan of the trifle. I love a trifle.
Christmas pudding's not my thing, but every year my gramps used to make us all have a mouthful and make a wish. So as I've got older, though, I've grown to kind of like it. And now they do a Bailey's double cream, which is lovely.
Ooh.
Paddy, I've just had a note from my lawyer on that, and he has told me to say that I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that I don't want to.
Yes. Christmas pudding is rank. Amelia's just being the Grinch today.
She's been a Grinch.
You a mean one, Mr.
She's not normally the Grinch.
No, she's a Christmas addict, like her Auntie Kate, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the Grinch.
You've never seen that film?
No.
Jimbo, make her watch that film.
I've seen it. I wasn't mad on it.
I love that film. I think it's brilliant.
The one with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Guinness trifle. Interesting. Interesting.
I don't like the sound of that. Guinness trifle. Sherry trifle.
Stuart has just sent me a picture with his Christmas t-shirt. KDL was here. The KDL was here. Big up, Stuart. Welcome to the KDL. He will be invited to the Christmas party next year. Chocolate. Oh yes, I do love a chocolate mousse. Guinness free is shite, Brian. I'm Irish. I would be taken out the back of the pub and shot if I drank it in a pub.
Yeah, no, I understand that in Ireland, and I have to say, you're talking about Christmas desserts. I love jelly, and I mean, my mum on Christmas Day every single year makes what she calls traffic light jelly. She does a 3-layered flavored jelly.
Everyone does that. That's a very Jewish thing, though, isn't it?
Mate,
the traffic light jelly. That's a very Jewish thing.
3-layered jelly, mate, and she makes a whole bowl, and literally a couple of people, they know not to touch it, and I'll destroy a massive bowl of it in one sitting. Love my jelly. Love.
The Grinch is the Grinch is very good, so you've got to watch it. So Amelia, you got to force your Auntie Kate to watch The Grinch because it is very good.
I'll watch it. I'd rather watch that than bloody Moana. Ugh.
She was food.
No. I know.
I can't get it through to her. Amelia was Christmas shopping this morning for food at 5 o'clock in the morning, Kate.
10 to 6, they were outside Marks and Spencer's waiting for it to open. And she had on her fluffy Mickey Mouse pajamas, her slippers, her bed socks, and a coat.
Why was she out so early? The shops don't shut till 10.
My sister made her get there because they open at 6 a.m. So
what, did they not order their turkey? Did they have to what?
No, it wasn't the turkey. It's all the yummy chocolatey bits from Marks and Spencer's. But I had it delivered because I'm lazy like that. They went.
That stuff is going to be out there. I've had it about a week. Good stuff. I tried when they was here, but didn't have time. Moana is a great movie. Moana's a great movie. Don't disrespect Moana like that. It wouldn't be Christmas without turning it domestic. This is the reason for the season.
Yeah, if you live in Albert Square as well, it's all that matters.
Yes.
Domestics and murders and everything, all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, the hell no. I didn't watch the second yet. The disrespect,
it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yes, the disrespect to the final boss is unbelievable.
There will be no disrespect.
Movies with Kate. That's like talking about football with the catfish. Neither have a clue. Absolutely. We can't be homies, Kate. I am almost Hasidic now that I drive a... Yes, you are. You are almost Hasidic that you drive a Volvo. All you need now is a Streamel and the Knickerbockers. Get Stewart's and Knickerbockers. That's a hashtag. How dare you say no? Leo's gone full.
Yes, I agree. I'm sorry.
Leo's going full. He's going full Kate out. He's going to sign off one of his videos, and as always, Kate out.
Moana 1 was fantastic, Kate.
Moana 1 was phenomenal.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
Bye, Amelia.
But yeah, we're not, no disrespect to Moana here. Moana's magical, especially the bit at the beginning when she starts going into the water and the water starts moving. That for me, that's tearjerker. That's just pure
mate. The worst thing was
magic.
I came out of Moana 2, and all the way home I was singing Moana 1 songs like loud. And I don't know if you could actually call it singing. Words were coming out of my mouth would you say in a musical tone?
What I don't understand is, I still haven't seen it yet, but I've seen the reviews, and all of the reviews have panned this movie. But Auntie Kate still likes the second Joker movie, but then she hates Moana.
I don't like the second Joker movie. I love the second Joker movie.
But you hate Moana, which is magic.
Because I like the old Disney films. This was just not a bit of me at all.
Yes, you've got to watch number 2 with us.
Listen, kids, I can go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon: the tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I killed an eel, I buried its guts, sprouted a tree. Now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway, because the tapestry here on my skin is a map of the victories I win. There you go. So yes, the answer is listen. If it came out of the rock stuff, I know it.
You're welcome.
If the Rock says it, I know it. Put it that way.
Kate, we have tons of credit in the bank. I'm going to forget this ever happened. I still love you, homie. Most different. Yes, they are. They are. I couldn't tell you when one of the original I didn't like the remake of The Lion King, even though I saw it 3 times in the cinema. I saw it 3 times in the cinema. The original one is better.
Mate, you can't beat the. You can't beat the.
What are the best Disney films? We'll go.
Jungle Book. Jungle Book is for me is the best one. I could watch that every single day. I could watch.
What's your favourite part of the Jungle Book? I might actually watch that after the show. What's your favourite bit?
King of the Swingers, the Jungle VIP. I love it. It's just brilliant.
Mate, you can't beat
I liked it when Robbie Williams and Ollie Murs did that as a cover. That was fantastic.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Kate, what's your favourite Disney movie other than the ones we've said?
I think there's 3 I love. The Lion King, Tangled, and
Tangled is really good, apparently. I need to see Tangled.
Yeah, and the Aristocats.
The Aristocats.
They're my 3 favourites. Yeah, big up, Shem. Hope your mum's all right. Give her a
Absolutely.
kiss.
All love, mate. Look after yourself. Always welcome here. Top man.
Wish you well, Shem.
I have no idea what I just heard.
I have to listen to that all the
Christmas.
time.
Absolutely, Jesse. You too. You too. Look after yourself.
And you,
Moana
Jess,
2 and Joker 2 both suck. Last great sequel made was John Wick 2. It's not very nice, Bobby. You would
Grinch.
know the whole song, Brian. Yes, he does, Leo, homie. Yes, he does.
What I will say is he does do a rap in number 2, and now I've got to learn that one.
Yes, you do.
So I'll be paying attention. But I will just quickly say there is no Disney film that comes close, in my opinion, to Aladdin with Robin Williams. Not one.
Love it.
Not one
Love
comes
it.
close.
When I was 101 Dalmatians is good.
Yeah.
Aristocats is really good.
Aristocats is
love that.
fantastic.
It's really good.
The music in
Um,
that is sensational.
It's aged really poorly because it was a movie made. When was the Aristocats made? It was made a long time ago. So
50s or 60s, was it? Or was it later than
60s,
that?
I
it's
think
not
60s.
aged well at all. But
No.
the music, when what's his name, the alley cat turns up and he sings his
Thomas
song.
O'Malley.
Yeah, that's great. Watership Down. You should watch
Oh, not-
Moana, Brennan,
not-
The Rock Johnson. and Gimp and West.
1970. It was 1970. Before I was
That-
born.
That Watership Down, I'd never seen that, and Kate made me watch it. And
That's
I
not
really-
Disney though.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. It was a good
Oh, it's
film.
so sad.
Debbie
Yeah.
does, Disney. Debbie does. Must not forget Pixel Toy Story, as I'm in it. Yes. Yes, you are. Lady and the Tramp is good as well.
Oh, that's
Christmas
fantastic.
song. Best Christmas song is always going to be difficult. It's always going to be difficult because everyone's going to. A lot of people love Fairy Tale of New York, and I like the song, but it's not for me. It really annoys Mickey because I really like All I Want for Christmas Is You. I just think it's great. My favorite Christmas song is by the Brian Setzer Orchestra, which is Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. It's a cover, but I fucking love Brian Setzer. I think he's excellent. Kate, we'll start with you first. Best Christmas song?
I think purely for the memories, it's got to be "It's the Most Wonderful Time of
good.
the Year" by Andy Williams, because my gramps
Yeah.
had that album on. As soon as we arrived on Christmas Eve, he used to put it on his vinyl, record player, and I knew then it was Christmas. So I bought myself the same album, and it makes me cry every time I listen to it. But yeah, I love it. So
Jimbo,
That's my
favorite
favourite.
Christmas song?
I like the Wham one.
Yes,
Um,
that's good.
I like
It's
that
not
one.
Wham, Jimbo. It's not Wham, Jimbo. It's Wham.
It's Wham.
Wham.
And I like White Christmas, Bing Crosby.
oh, it's
That's
a
a good
classic.
one.
Yeah.
Big up Minerals. Good to see you, Minerals. Hosier was on SNI, did the only good cover of Fairy Tale I've ever seen. My favourite is Christmas song called Christmas Drillings. Okay. I know Kate's favourite Christmas song without fail. It's 1,000,000%. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
That was Jimbo's. See?
Yeah, that used to be mine as well. Me and Jim over the years, that might have been our favourite.
Yeah, but Bobby knows that I'm not racist, Kate.
Oh no. Christmas in Holly is
go
one
there.
DMC. Bed Knob and Broomsticks.
Oh, that's another
Um,
great film.
We've got Don Hassam's in. I should have had 6 people on the panel.
Yes, he thinks
What?
he's funny because of Liverpool. Is all we can say to
Well,
that.
no,
so-
technically it would still only be a 3 difference though, because we're shit. But we'll
Correct.
move forward. And I've still got a frozen ass from that, and I don't wish to talk about it. I'm bloody cold. Bing Crosby, Silent Night, great voice, but he was never going to win Father of the Year. No. Chuck Berry, Run Rudolph 1. Jim, what the fuck? White Christmas? Has Kate converted you? Racists, you and Daigle. Bobby.
Yeah, my version of White
Yeah,
Christmas was
yeah,
like
yeah.
completely different to racism. But moving on. No, mate. Do you know what? I'm going to say one so far left field. It's not even my favourite. I just find it funny, and I play it every single year. Do you remember when Peter Kay used to dress up as that Geraldine, and she
Oh,
brought
not that song.
over and over and over again, mate? That was like,
Brilliant, yeah.
but no, I do. I stand with Jim. I do. I'm a huge George Michael fan, massive
Yeah.
George
I
Michael
am
fan,
as well.
and I don't think you can.
I'm not a fan of George Michael anymore because I've seen him 7 times.
His voice is silk.
Mate, do you know what?
It was.
In that year we had, I think it was 2015, where so many people, like famous people, passed away.
Yeah.
Him passing away on Christmas Day, that one got to me. That one and Gene Kelly. When Gene Kelly went, I was gone. I was
it really because the story of why I've seen George Michael 7 times is because like Kate has got an obsession with Take That. My mother's music obsession was George Michael.
and
My
Barry
sister
Manilow. Like my mother.
I would have took your mum, Ben. I would have took your mum to see him.
I've seen George Michael 7 times, Jimbo. She's seen it. We even went to bloody Ireland to see it. My dad got into a fight with someone. I'll tell. It was in Dublin. There's a music venue. I think it's called The Point or something in Dublin. And my dad is a very stoic man. He if someone annoys him, he will go out of his way to piss them off. But he won't shout at them. He won't scream at them. He annoys people. And these three very drunk women, unbelievably drunk, and they were trying to push in front of him. And he just said to them, "I'm not moving. I've been standing here 4 hours because my mum would get there early because she was obsessed with, I'm not moving." And they start throwing haymakers. My poor dad, who's like you, Jim, my dad's a gentle giant. He doesn't swear. He never shouts. If my dad shouts at you, you have royally fucked up. Like, seriously, royally fucked up. And so my dad has taken a haymaker to see George Michael. That's how much my mum bloody loves George Michael.
His song, Another Corner, if you listen to that.
A different
Oh,
corner.
it's a great track. It's a great track.
That was the one, Paddy. That's the one.
If you listen to him sing that, right, it's just absolutely perfection, that song. It's just perfection.
It's a great song. Great song.
I think my favourite is one of my mum's favourites. It's a cover. It's I Can't Make You Love Me.
Yeah,
that's when he sings that unplugged on him. If anyone likes George Michael and watches the MTV Unplugged set he does, is incredible. My favourite George Michael song, bar none, and Nothing Touches the Side, is Father Figure. Nothing comes close. That's another great song. George Michael is legendary. George Michael, I could see him 28 times, or not anymore, but I could have seen 28 times.
As a 13-year-old who just wanted to chill out, being forced to go to bloody George Michael every 2 minutes. I think my mum went like 3 times in a week to see George Michael.
Mate, the amount of women that would have gone there just to see him, you should have been having a great time.
My sister,
it's not my music.
My sister invited me to go with her, and I was like, no. And then she messaged me and said, "You should have come. They got front row seats for his last concert that he did." But I loved him.
My mum was there.
Symphonica, I think it was called. But I would just like to point out that I am probably more down with the kids event than anyone, because I went to see Blade last week at the Brixton Academy.
You know me, Kate. I'm not down with the kids. I listen to 1950s rock and roll. I'm not down with the kids at all. I don't listen to any modern music.
Well,
I had a house music stint when I was a house music stint about 10 years ago, because house music was awesome then. The Swedish House Mafia were awesome. But yeah. Question for the panel from Minerals: is Home Alone iconic? Yes.
I think Home Alone is a level above iconic.
I agree with Brian. I think that Home Alone is just, it will always be shown forever.
It's not my favourite Christmas film by any means. I think could be possibly a tiny bit overrated, but it's a great film.
Mate, do you know the worst thing about it, Ben?
I like that film, but it's not for me.
Mate, the worst thing about it, well, or not the worst thing about it, I saw a Facebook post last week or something that said Home Alone was 30 years old.
It is.
And I'm like, what the? I went and saw that in the cinema. I was like, you're telling me I was 14 when I went and watched, 14 going on 15. Mate, how quickly life catches up. 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember going into that movie Obviously, it blew up across the country, across the world, but in England, like Jurassic, I remember releases like Jurassic Park and certain movies that got such a massive push and whatever. And Home Alone is right up there with one of them that got the biggest push ever for obvious reasons. I just cannot believe it was 30 years ago. Or as I'll say to Lord Rodney Trotter, and I'll wait for his comment, well, it's almost 3 decades.
Yeah. It's mental, isn't it? It's so long ago. In the 90s, 30 years ago, was the 60s. We're the same distance as people were in the 90s from watching the Beatles.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And I was around for all of them.
Yeah.
Mate, it's shocking. It's I can't believe how long or how quick time has gone. It's shocking to think. Just bang. People will sit back now and say, "My God, 2024 has just flown by," and it has.
Yeah.
But then you look at that and you say, 30 years ago.
You're exactly right, Leo. Exactly right.
Yeah.
It's the sequel. It's much better than the first one, in my opinion.
Angus has asked which artist we would have liked to have seen. I know what Jimbo's answer is straight away.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Oh, that's
George Michael and George Michael. I didn't get to see him, and I didn't get to see Frank Sinatra. And then my 2 favourite artists of all time.
Frank Sinatra, Jim, is very, very close to my heart because my grandma, God bless her, was obsessed with him. Like literally the posters, the video, like I am with The Rock. Frank Sinatra was her version. My grandma taught me to dance to Frank Sinatra. So I've always had a close affinity to him. But if I had the choice, and Angus knows my answer already, without a shadow of a doubt, Michael Jackson. And I had tickets to see him in the first 10 days, and he would have performed those 10 days. When it got to 50, you were running a gauntlet of whether he'd make it or not physically.
I set up the security for one of his concerts.
Not seeing him is.
Yeah.
How many times did you see him live, Jim?
A few.
Yeah.
A few.
This is going to be me sounding like a really old fart, but someone I think I would have loved to have seen is BB King. I never got a chance to see BB King. I love that old school blues music.
Mate, Stand By Me is my favourite song. Stand By Me is my favourite song of all. If that song comes on at my sister's wedding, my grandparents were celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary, and the band started singing Stand By Me. My grandma and grandpa were given the mic and sang it. If anyone, whenever that song comes on, if anyone changes it, they get a slap. It is the greatest song of all time to me. BB King is special.
Jimbo, is that Jimbo and MJ?
Yeah, on his governor's yacht.
Jim, you lucky.
I was lucky. I sat and had dinner with him. I sat in his kitchen. And
Michael Jackson made him a cup of tea. That's amazing.
And Jimbo probably said, "Michael, that isn't good enough, mate. Spurs are going to win the fucking treble."
I hope Michael did put the milk.
He went to his face, Michael, why don't you think we're going to win the fucking treble?
I really, really hope Michael didn't put the milk in first.
No, he didn't.
I can't believe I'm calling him by his. Yeah, Michael. Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen the Doors and Freddie Mercury and Queen.
The Doors as well.
And Queen.
Oh, Jules, I got it wrong. Who sang Stand By Me? I got the wrong person.
Yeah, wrong person. I like BB.
Oh, well, I've got to speak about my grandparents. I don't care.
Who cares?
Exactly.
I would love to have seen Hendrix. I would love to have seen Stevie Ray Vaughan. I absolutely adore Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Queen. I'd love to have seen Queen.
Queen, I would have gone to have seen Queen. A Queen gig was probably mental. Prime Bob Dylan.
Do we know who that is?
No, the picture's blurry.
Jimbo with MC Hammer.
Ah. Clearly, he was
Can't
wrong
touch
because
this.
you clearly MC Hammer was wrong because he did touch this.
I know.
Duh, 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 duh. He probably sung that. Jim touch this. Talking about old farts. Merry Christmas in Welsh. Good to see you, Colin. Good to see you, mate. When Michael spoke to you, did he have his actual voice?
Come on,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, he spoke like the same.
That was brilliant, Kim. Okay, Kim. Okay, that was brilliant. That was fucking brilliant. Can you do that again?
Come on, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm clipping that just for my own personal.
Yes.
That was brilliant.
Your ringtone.
Jimbo,
Oh, wait, definitely.
did you ever
But
meet
when you call Kate, that's happening.
Yeah. Jimbo, did you meet any famous people that turned out to be Spurs fans?
Yeah, Mickey Hazard.
Hey!
How dare you? Kate, you failed.
I know.
You failed. Jim name dropped Mickey Hazard before you in a stream.
Listen, if Jim starts name dropping, I can't get anywhere close to the people he's hung about with, let me tell you.
I would like to have seen Queen and Linkin Park, but sadly time has passed and didn't get to see either. Oh, for
Queen.
fuck's sake,
Yeah,
not everyone can
Queen.
be on first terms with a famous Mickey. Leave it, mate. Leave it. David Bowie would like to...
Yeah, another one.
Queen. Queen is a great shout.
Is that Booby in the photo with Jimbo? I thought it was Ian Wright. Wesley Snipes' dad used to play bass for Bob Dylan. Who would have known? It's hard enough to get my daughter to make me a cup of fucking tea.
And do you know what, Stuart? My son has never
carry
made me a cup of tea. As much as I try and make him, he won't.
Yeah.
And before you carry on, I'm going to leave and get ready for work or make the long journey to the kitchen to make a coffee before work. Everyone in the chat, if I don't get to see you on any channel or anything before the big day, whatever you celebrate, whatever you are doing, have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, and any other festival that's going. You and your family have a wonderful time. Most importantly, a very happy and healthy new year. And as always, Levy out. Love you all dearly. Levy out.
Later, Brian. Take care.
Have
a lovely Christmas.
We got a few people. Juice WRLD. Who? Sorry late to the party, but jumped on to say hello. Lovely to see you, Dan Gaze. Absolute legend. Lovely to see you, mate. Top man. I saw Beastie Boys back in the day. Amazing. Dry and Bagel is going on a call to arrange dinner. Yes, he is. Have a great Christmas, Mr. Dale. All the best to you and family. Great to see you, El Dante, as well.
I love the Beastie Boys. I think they're brilliant.
Oh,
not
for me.
Extension. Is that a cable?
Ben, are you spending any of the festive season with Mickey?
Unfortunately not. She has to work 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and she has to work all through Christmas, basically. She has to work every day. So
that's rubbish.
Are those bands? I don't know. Question for the panel: Queen or the Beatles? I've got to set boundaries here. Is this on inspiration? Is it on quality of music? Because for me, I'm going to sound like the Beatles blow the Queen away. The Beatles are the greatest band to ever exist. No band exists today if it weren't for the Beatles. They were everything. They had everything from rock and roll influence, blues, pop. They were the band that started everything. All the bands that came afterwards, Hendrix, Zeppelin, Dire Straits, everything all the way down was started by the Beatles. And like most bands, they went to America and made a great tour. The Beatles took America by storm. It was unbelievable what happened. Beatlemania was unbelievable. More iconic songs than Queen, I would say. There are more iconic Beatles songs. Let It Be, The Long and Winding Road, Hey Jude, which is still played now. For me, it's the Beatles. Jimbo, what do you think?
Well, it's a very minerals. You do throw up some questions. I'll tell you that now. That's a really, really hard one because there are different eras as well. Ben.
Yeah.
They're different eras. Do you know what? I don't know if I don't know if I can pick, because I could sit here all day listening to the Beatles, and I could sit here all day listening to Queen.
Yeah.
So for me, it's if I had to pick one, I would probably say the Beatles.
Kate, what do you reckon?
I love them both, but I think it's got to be the Beatles because, like you say, they were the start of everything. There would never be a boy band ever have existed without the Beatles. So just for the fact of that, they brought me my wonderful take. That I've got.
I also think they were. I think they were a better band. I think they were a better band. If you look at all the members of Queen individually, Roger Taylor's great. I can never remember the bass player's name, which is a testament to him being the bass player. Freddie Mercury's iconic. And Brian May's iconic, but I think Ringo Starr is an icon. John Lennon's an icon. Paul McCartney's an icon, and George Harrison's an icon. All four of them, they are icons. Every single one of them, and they all went off in their own little directions, and they made great music.
Oh, look.
Solo artists. I think they were just. I think. Of course,
Bobby's just thrown in a curveball.
Yeah,
right?
let me see it. But let's say Beatles. But We Are the Champions. I don't think it's their best song. I think Queen have got a lot better songs than We Will Rock You's iconic. I think
Bohemian
Rhapsody, Hammer to Fall, Radio Gaga. They've got some very iconic songs. Beatles, AC/DC, correct. I love Beats. Nah, you're wrong. Beatles were influenced by Dylan. Bee Gees, Fleetwood Mac, 10cc, ABBA. Well, yeah, My Guitar Gently Weeps is another one. Beatles for the most part, but Queen is right up there. I'd rather have seen Beatles than Extension, put it that way. Tufts, yeah, agree. Queen only because Freddie Mercury and Elvis are Jay's favourite singers.
Elvis,
they are brilliant.
Elvis, look, what can you say about Elvis?
Elvis
he's another one for me. He's up there as one of the best singers, entertainers of all time. I loved Elvis. I was devastated.
Freddie Mercury was different gravy. He was fantastic. Name me a better classic than we have. We Are the Champions. Let It Be. Hey Jude and Let It Be are better songs than We Are the Champions. And those are two iconic songs, like beyond iconic. It's too many. There's too many to count with the Beatles. I think Queen.
I Am the Walrus.
I Am the Walrus is a weird one. While My Guitar Gently Weeps is another one. It's still iconic. John Deacon.
Bohemian Rhapsody was the first of its kind to use stereo sound. It was just incredible. They were so ahead of their time.
The Beatles used stereo. Yeah,
but Bohemian Rhapsody did that thing where it was. Do you know what I mean? I can't explain it.
When it pans from one speaker to another.
Yeah.
Other bands use that, Kate. Other bands use that. Loads of bands use that. It was a weird trick. Elton John or David Bowie? Elton John for me. The longevity. Elton John's fantastic. I love them both, but would I rather listen to Elton John or David Bowie? Personally, Elton John's one of the greatest gigs I've ever been to. It's one of the greatest gigs.
Bear him.
I love his music. But you only without the Beach Boys, Pet Sounds, there'd be no Sgt. Peppers. Without the Beach Boys, you'd have Nirvana. Listen to Girl Don't Tell Me, and you'll hear Nirvana.
I love the Beach Boys. And I love Bee Gees. The Bee Gees are one of my absolute favourite bands ever. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah. Rolling Stones.
Staying alive.
Oh my Christ.
Staying alive.
Love Staying Alive. Loving My Life is a great song.
I was walking past the fridge the other day and I could hear this really funny singing, and it turned out it was the chives talking.
Yeah. Let It Be is my favourite song. Reminds me of my grandma. It's a wonderful song.
Stupid cow.
Bohemian Rhapsody, one of the best ever. Love Queen, but Beatles beat them. Yeah, I agree. Come Together. Technotronic, Pump Up the Jam. Yesterday is another one. 8 Days a Week is another one. The Long and Winding Road and Something are masterpiece. Yeah, you're all wrong. Good to see you, Steve D. Bohemian Rhapsody is unhinged and it's glorious. Good to see you, Steve D. Question for Jim. How was it like when We Are Champions came out in 1985?
What's the person put it out? What was it like?
Yeah, what was it like?
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I can go back to songs further back. That,
I remember this coming out. It's 85. I remember that.
Yeah.
That is a tune.
They didn't invent music, but they combined all those genres into one mega. They were the first supergroup before the Yardbirds, before Led Zeppelin, before the Who. They were the first supergroup.
What about actors, Ben? Who's your favourite actor?
Oh, I love Bone Thugs and Harmony as well.
Yeah. Favourite actor is Tom Hardy, and it's by some different. I think Tom Hardy's unbelievable. I think Tom Hardy's great.
I think that he's underrated. He can play.
He can do anything.
Yeah, and when he plays a part, he convinces you. That's what I look for.
He can do anything he likes to me. I would just lay back and let him carry on.
Who's the most famous person you've ever met, Jimbo?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Jim. You met the President of the United States as well.
I met President Bush as well. I spent time with President Bush. So, but I would say the most famous person of all time that I met has got to be Michael Jackson.
We've got my lovely Mickey's in the house saying hi all in chat and the festive panel. Lovely to see you. Hope you're having a love day. Hopefully it's not too cold up there. Al Pacino, only second to the GOAT. Lisa Ann. Jim Carrey for me. Philip Seymour Hoffman, but Daniel Day-Lewis and Robin Williams.
See, that's another one. Hoffman, I think he's another one that is underrated. What an actor that bloke is.
Well, he's dead, darling.
What?
I'm trying to think of the most famous person I've ever met.
All right, or was Kate? Well, you're defining little words, darling.
Well, I'm not. He's not a great actor now because he's dead.
All right, he was a great actor.
Unless he's playing dead, and then he's bloody brilliant.
Art is timeless, though, Kate. Art is timeless. Once it's put there on a disc, it's there forever.
That's when I said to you about George Michael's voice is silk. You went but it's not. It is silk because we still listen to his music.
Yeah, it's timeless.
Well, I like Tom Hanks. I think he's one of my favourites.
Tom Hanks is great as well.
He's fantastic.
Most famous person. I can't think of them. I've met Boris Johnson. I shouted at Boris Johnson for about 20 minutes, which was funny. Ruined my family's cup of tea. Typical. I've met Fabio Capello multiple times. I love the geezer. I absolutely loved Fabio Capello as a person. Mickey, Kate is the most famous person I have ever met.
See, that's why Mickey's my favourite.
Fiona just put Dustin Hoffman. Look, there's certain films that you watch, right, and you can never imagine anyone else playing that part. And Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man, right,
yeah, incredible.
That is. For me, it just so he played that so well. He was off the charts in that film. The charts.
Mm-hmm.
Question for Kate: if Ben, Jimbo, Brian, and Bobby were a music group, who would be the leader?
Well, Bobby would be the backing singer because he's not got much talent. Benny would be on guitar.
Not very nice.
Well, he's been mean all day, so I'm giving it back. Ben would be on the guitar. I think Brian would be. Probably, I don't know what Jim would do because he can't sing and he can't play. Maybe you and Bobby could be the
Jimbo would be on the drums.
The drums. Have a good old passion on the drums.
I think Brian would be the leader because he'd be the vocalist.
Yeah.
And I'll obviously be the manager, obviously.
Yeah. The most famous person I've ever met is Ronald. I'd love to have met Ronaldinho.
So, what a player. I do. My favourite player of all time.
You're all wrong. Best song is Round the Christmas. Prodigy, Smack Up My Bitch. Smack my bitch up. Yeah. Best actor, Danny the Bagman Levy. All jokes aside, I don't think Keanu Reeves get the recognition. No, he doesn't.
What? That's another guy that I think is fantastic. Can you imagine anyone playing John Wick? No.
Yeah.
No.
Most underrated actor, Stephen Graham. Brian on the bass guitar. Kate can be the bouncer because she loves chucking people down the stairs. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Good to see Lee Smithy Smith as well. Good to see her. Met him in Barcelona 2006 with Henrik Larsson. I'd love to have. Ronaldinho's great. I think it's great.
Well, my most famous person I've met, aside from Mickey and Ledley and Ozzy, was probably Take That. Many
Good
times.
to see her, Rosie. Good to see her, Rosie. Could play the triangle at Ding Ting. Yes, he could. That would mean, because would you say who's more famous, Wayne Rooney or Fabio Capello? Because I have met Wayne Rooney. Steven Gerrard. I've met Steven Gerrard.
Well, so I think Steven Gerrard's more famous than both of them.
I've also met Big Michael Dawson, my man.
Do you know what?
Big Michael Dawson.
Do you know what, Ben? I was in a hotel in Florida, right? And I was coming through the lobby, and Ron Greenwood was there, sitting down, and I went and said hello to him, and ended up chatting to him for about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a interesting guy, really interesting.
Oh, hang on, Jim, you've dropped another name.
Yeah.
Well, he's not really. I mean, I bet there's people in the chat who don't even know who he is.
I don't know who he is. Who is he?
Football manager.
I don't know who he is.
Marlon Brando are Steve McQueen favourite actors. They're good.
Two brilliant actors. What's that program we watch, Kate? And Steve McQueen is his grandson's in it.
Oh, I don't know. You watch all the old crap.
Oh, his grandson was in it, and I had to watch it just because his grandson was in it. Steve McQueen in The Great Escape.
Yeah, unbelievable. He was so good in that. He was such a good bike rider. He actually had to film twice because he's the only person that could keep up with himself.
Yeah, he was absolutely brilliant in that.
We don't meet many famous people for some reason in my family, even though my dad goes to a lot of Jewish care events because he pays a lot of money towards that charity. So he goes to and he meets a lot of people. We don't really meet any famous people. But my dad does own two famous people's cars, and one of them is Steve McQueen. He owns a car that Steve McQueen, an Amphi car that Steve McQueen owned, and he owns Douglas Bader, who anyone that knows Douglas Bader.
He had his legs off. The guy lost his legs in the war.
Yeah. He lost his legs and yet still ran away. He owns Douglas Bader's MG.
Wow.
One of the most famous.
I bought a car off of David Seaman.
Yeah.
There's a film about Douglas Bader's life story.
He was a very complicated human being. Ben, you went to school with fame. I went to school with a woman from Towie and someone that played for Southend United. But saying that, I've actually watched one of the people I went to school with play against Tottenham. And every time he got the ball, I fucking booed him out the building and called him every name under the sun. Because no one fucking goes up my team. So, Jack, loved you, mate. But every time you got the ball against Tottenham, I booed the shit out of you. And I would have done it to your face, mate. I would have done it to his face. It was great. Dean Martin was the best singer. It's not up for debate. Dean Martin's good.
Yeah, but he weren't as good as Sinatra.
I have met Jeremy Clarkson, and I love Jeremy Clarkson.
I have as well.
He was the nicest human being in the world to me, and that makes people really annoyed. Because I don't know why it is. He was really nice to me.
Now ask Kate about him.
He was vile to me, blanked me completely, and blanked the next girl, and just carried on talking to men.
Didn't think you were big time enough, Kate. He obviously thought I was big time.
I think he's a misogynistic pig. That's what I think.
He was really nice to my mum.
Well, I think he belongs on the farm because he's a pig. Oh, Coover, that's terrible what he's put.
What did he put?
He's terrible.
Jesus Christ, the No Lego movie. Would you class Courtney as famous? No, I would not class Courtney Green as famous. She is a member of The Only Way is Essex.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Stacey Solomon, however, is famous, and Danny Minogue is famous as well. I have met Danny Minogue, and she was lovely.
I'll tell you someone else who's one of the greatest actors around at the minute, in my opinion, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
He's very good. He's very good.
In Gladiator, he was immense, and the Joker 1 as well.
Yeah.
And 2.
I have met you, Stuart. I have indeed met you. He was nice to me. He was nice to me. Stacey Solomon is one of the nicest people. For anyone that knows Barkingside geography, I was walking past the cost cutters in Barkingside, which is by where the old pet shop was, and I saw Stacey Solomon walking up the road, and she was just the nicest woman on the planet. She's like sunshine. Whenever you say hello to her, she's got the biggest smile on her face and she'll talk with you. She's amazing.
You talked to her on social media, Kate, didn't you?
No, not Stacey Solomon.
Oh, who is it you talked to?
She's absolutely lovely.
I speak to Ellie Jennis, Jermaine Jennis's wife.
And I went to, someone that used to come to my shop is the host of Celebs Go Dating, which is Tom Reed Wilson. He used to come to my shop every week.
I've never heard of him.
Anyone that has watched Celebs Go Dating. She is more famous than who's more famous than who?
Stacey Solomon and Joe Swash.
No, Stacey Solomon is more famous than Joe Swash.
Yeah,
she's the queen of the jungle, for God's sake. One of the strangest people I've met is Michael Steep from Yep. Did he have his blue face paint on as well? Even I've met you, Al McGuigan. Joachim Phoenix was good.
Cuba.
Yeah. They don't have to worry about bills, do they? No, they don't. No, they don't. But on that note, guys, Kate has actually got to go somewhere at 3:30. So she's got a prior engagement. But from everyone here at the Kauffie Company and, of course, the Perfect Match as well, because this is a dual stream on both our channels.
Is it dual streaming? I never knew that.
Yeah, it was a dual stream.
No one tells me nothing.
So thank you all so much for watching today's show. Kate and Jim, when can we next find you guys?
Tomorrow at noon, I believe. We're back doing just a Christmas Eve show. Not really a football show, just whatever show. Just to do a little Christmas Eve show.
Christmas Eve? Do you know what? We went away and I hid all the presents and I can't remember where they're all hid.
Well, I can, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we will do a Christmas Day stream as well. Not a really long one, but we will do one on Christmas Day as well. So, yeah, we'll be around all over Christmas. So, happy Christmas, everyone, though, if we don't see you.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
A very Merry Christmas to anyone that celebrates it as well. Chag Sameach to anyone, because it is the first night of Hanukkah on Christmas Day as well.
How do you say it?
You asked me where I was next, Ben.
I did. I said Kate and Jim.
Oh, yeah, but I might be doing something separate.
Yeah, but you're not.
Are you doing something, Jim?
No, what Kate said.
Ben, how do you say it?
Chag Sameach, Happy Hanukkah.
Chag Sameach.
Which means happy holiday.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Ben, let me ask you a question before we go.
Yeah.
Right? Have we got to leave at 12:30 or we got to be there at 12:30, Kate?
We've got to be there for 12:30.
Oh, so we better go. Just let me ask Ben a quick question. Do you all do presents in your family?
We do a couple of presents, but at the end of the day, we don't really celebrate Christmas. We'll do it. Mickey, God bless her, bought us so many presents because she's just the most wonderful human being on the planet. And I'll say every single day of the week. We do a few presents, but we try and do Hanukkah presents, but my mum is fed up of doing presents for 8 days. She's fed up of it. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. The poor woman. She has to buy presents. She has to buy donuts for everyone. She's got to make latkes every single day. She's got to make chips every fucking day. It's impossible. It's very difficult being a Jewish woman. And
it's very difficult being a woman.
It's especially more difficult being a Jewish woman because you've got to deal with all the stress and all the hecking and all the kvetching. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful Christmas and holiday seasons. We hope all your Christmas dreams and happiness and presents come true. Kate, what's your catchphrase?
Be nice to each other at Christmas time and always.
As always. And Jimbo, give us your catchphrase or whatever you want to do.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.
I like it. Simple. And it's very difficult being a Jewish woman. Yes. But thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always,
happy Christmas, everyone.
What the cough is brewing. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage